After days of heated debate, growing resistance, and political drama, supporters of Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 are now claiming momentum is firmly on their side. More than 30 members of parliament have reportedly taken part in the debate, with many expressing support for key proposals contained in the controversial bill. And while lawmakers continue to disagree on some issues, one surprising area of consensus has emerged: the Zimbabwe Gender Commission. So, is CAB3 gaining enough support to pass? And why are MPs from different sides suddenly agreeing on one major issue? Let's get into it. Zimbabwe's parliament continues to debate Constitutional Amendment Bill, commonly known as CAB3, one of the most controversial constitutional reform proposals in recent years. According to parliamentary proceedings, more than 30 legislators have already participated in the debate since the bill entered its second reading stage. The discussions have revealed growing support for several of the bill's major governance and electoral reform proposals. At the same time, lawmakers have also made it clear that they want the Zimbabwe Gender Commission to remain an independent constitutional body. The debate has become a major political event because CAB3 proposes significant changes to Zimbabwe's governance system. Supporters argue that the reforms are designed to improve efficiency, strengthen institutions, and provide greater political stability. Critics, however, fear some of the proposals could fundamentally change how leadership is selected and how democracy functions in Zimbabwe. Because of these concerns, every contribution in parliament is being closely watched. One of the most debated proposals is the plan to extend the electoral cycle from 5 years to 7 years. Supporters argue that longer terms would give governments more time to implement development projects and long-term policies. According to lawmakers backing the proposal, development requires consistency and stability. They argue that leaders spend too much time preparing for elections and not enough time governing. A longer electoral cycle, they say, would allow leaders to focus more on delivering results. Another proposal attracting strong support is the transfer of voter registration responsibilities from the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission to the Registrar General's office. Supporters believe this change would streamline administration and improve record management. Several legislators argued that voter registration would become more efficient if it were integrated into existing national registration systems. According to supporters, this could make it easier for citizens to be automatically registered when they reach voting age. The proposal to allow Parliament to elect the president has also generated intense discussion. Supporters claim that parliamentary election of a president is used in several countries and could contribute to political stability. Some MPs argued that if Parliament already has the power to remove a president through impeachment, it should also have the authority to elect one. This argument has become one of the central points raised by lawmakers backing CAB3. Perhaps one of the most surprising developments in the debate has been the broad agreement surrounding the Zimbabwe Gender Commission. While lawmakers continue to disagree on many aspects of CAB3, there appears to be significant support for keeping the commission as a separate constitutional institution. Several MPs warned that merging it into another body could undermine progress made in advancing gender equality and protecting women's rights. Both supporters and critics of CAB3 have expressed concerns about removing the Commission's independent status. This emerging consensus highlights an important aspect of parliamentary debate. Even when lawmakers disagree on major political issues, they can still find common ground on specific provisions. And in this case, the future of the Zimbabwe Gender Commission appears to be one area where many MPs share similar concerns. Supporters of CAB3 now believe the debate is showing clear signs of growing parliamentary backing. They argue that public consultations demonstrated support for the reforms and that Parliament is now reflecting those views. According to them, the bill represents a necessary modernization of Zimbabwe's constitutional framework. They insist the reforms are designed to improve governance rather than undermine democracy. Critics remain skeptical. They continue to argue that some of the proposed changes could have far-reaching consequences for the country's political future. Many believe constitutional reforms should only proceed when there is overwhelming public support. Others maintain that major constitutional changes should be subjected to a national referendum. As a result, the debate remains far from settled. As Parliament prepares to continue discussions, all eyes are now focused on the next phase of the process. Will support for CAB3 continue to grow? Will opponents succeed in slowing the bill's progress? And will lawmakers eventually agree on amendments to controversial provisions? Those questions remain unanswered. But what is clear is that the debate has entered a crucial stage. For now, supporters of the bill are celebrating what they see as growing momentum. Opponents are continuing their fight. And Zimbabwe is watching one of the most important constitutional debates in its recent history unfold in real time. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you support extending Zimbabwe's electoral cycle from 5 years to 7 years? Should Parliament elect the president? And do you agree that the Zimbabwe Gender Commission should remain an independent constitutional body? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Zimbabwe and Africa news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.